So we are going to start off with page 517, which is a last minute and thrilling charter change on behalf of the towns of Duxbury and Moortown. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. Tucker Anderson, Legislative Counsel for the record. H517, pretty straightforward, very lean. 3 subsections, all of it is session law. The first 2 subsections dissolve a fire district, Duxbury Moortown Fire District number 1. And the third subsection, which is added by an amendment from House Government Operations, transfers all of the fire district's assets, liabilities, and authority to the Edward Farrar Utility District, the EFUD, which you all may remember by its former name, the Village of Waterbury. I don't have a ton of background to share with you about this. I don't know what the scope of the assets or the customer base is. The testimony that I heard yesterday when this bill was taken up is that it's about 140, maybe 150 residences on the line, including the middle school in Duxbury.
Yeah, Main Street Middle School, yeah.
The fire district met on August 6th. It was a meeting of the Prudential Committee for the annual meeting. They had 3 articles, one of which was to dissolve, which they approved on a voice vote. They walked away from their municipal government and dropped a check off with the Edward Farrar Utility District and said, congratulations, you own the water system. Usually with these things, as Representative Taylor can attest to, there's a pretty sophisticated set of operating agreements that get executed, and usually there's a vote by both municipalities, but this municipality dissolved, the Prudential Committee went away, and there's no one to sign agreements or execute them. So this bill dissolves the fire district and grants all the authority to the EFUD.
Great. I have an email from JFO saying there is no fiscal impact to the state of this charter change.
Makes sense.
Yeah, urgency. They have been providing, EFUD has been providing water services to these residents, but without the dissolution formally by the General Assembly and the authority to actually operate the system granted to them, they can't collect bills. They can't go after people who haven't paid their bills since August. So they have a lot of delinquencies that they need to catch up on.
Yep.
Representative Maslin, did you have something to
Just to write
add to this?
warm afternoon, I guess it doesn't extend to having a representative from EFI.
What's that?
Representative from Waterbury won't become the representative.
No,
That is a shame. Okay. Representative Anthony.
Would a motion be in order?
Very much so.
I move that we find the dissolution of the water district, fire district or water district? Fire district, excuse me, yes. In what was once Waterbury Village. We find that proposal favorable. Has it got a bill number? I'm sorry.
517.
517, yep.
Anthony finds H517 favorable. I'll second. Thank you, Representative.
Thank you, Julia.
Second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, if clerk could please call the roll.
Andrews, yes. Anthony,
Yep.
Beck,
Yes.
Brannigan,
Yes.
Semro,
Yes.
Maslin,
Yep.
Meadows,
Yep.
Odie,
Yes.
Sims,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Canfield,
Yes.
Kornheiser,
Yes.
12-0-0.
Thanks. Okay, some other updates. One, the miscellaneous tax bill, which has been sitting kindly in the Senate Finance Committee for a very long time now. I was starting to get nervous that things were going to come over to us that we wouldn't be able to concur with, which is fine under normal circumstances, but the annual tax link up is in that bill, and so it's hard to have it sitting there not passing. But they are going to put it in all stages of passage this afternoon, and we will be able to look at it tomorrow, and I think it will probably be okay, or maybe we'll look at it later tonight, depending on when they put it in all stages of passage.
Essentially the same.
They put a lot of our TIF bill, which I can't ever remember the number of.
94.
Thank you, into it.
Lucas.
They also put the,
because it's gonna change from our forecast, but
they put,
they put lots of stuff in there, and I think some of that stuff is gonna come back to us, and we will find our way through it when it gets here. But I'm hoping I'll be able to concur when it gets here.
Great, cool.
And then, the wood-fired boiler exemption has found its way into 3 Senate bills. I would like to give public props to Senator Perchik for his diligence on making sure this issue finance and why he took it through. I have discussed them, all of the senators, all the chairs on the Senate side have discussed it with myself and Representative Sheldon. And they all have a 1-year extension on the sunset out to them, so that we can all actually have a conversation around like what heating technology it makes sense to exempt from the sales tax and what it doesn't, which is what we did not have time to do this year. So I think we might see that 3 times, or some of them might get pulled back once it becomes clear that other ones of them will pass, but I commend him for his diligence.
My recollection was, we weren't crazy about it, but it didn't do any harm.
No, it did no financial harm, and it's possible it does lots of good, and we just don't know what that good is yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we will find out next year.
Okay, awesome.
And we'll also find out what other heating technologies are exempt from sales tax or are not,
Okay,
and whether those are the technologies we want to be exempting.
I'm sure you might want to point out that's a borrowed mug on your, because it says yes on 113. I don't know what 113
Yeah,
is.
no, it's just a lot of drinking water. And then,
Edgy.
the veggie stuff is a miscellaneous tax, yes.
And are we okay with that?
And they're just doing the sunset for, I think they're likely gonna shift that sunset back a little bit, so we would feel more comfortable with it, yeah. So we'll look at all of that. And then S56, bigger deal. I think everyone wants childcare very badly, and childcare to pass, and there's a big, and we have very little time left in the session, we all wanna go home. And so I think the Senate is going to be, given the amount of time we have for concurring and all of those things, the Senate is gonna be offering something, later today that they're gonna send over to us. And rather than having people vote 5 times on the same bill, we're gonna hold S56, and then take a look at that bill when it comes over to us later today. And so we will all be joining together again to have a conversation at that time when it comes over. Which is, fun, because I have a whole floor speech that I'm only gonna be able to give parts of that, which is a little bit fun. Yes.
Am I right that the Tucker bill wants to get done before we adjourn?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
we're going to decide, okay. We
We
voted
voted on that.
it.
Yes, but we need someone to report it and send it to, yes, you're the charter change.
I can do it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Tucker's sitting on the sidelines, so.
Okay. I think you're just gonna say there's no fiscal impact, but
Okay.
yes. Because whoever,
If you,
no, it's
if
just
you,
not, it's not to
if you need
administer
to
it back.
defer, you.
No, there's a difference, I was
Yes,
Because I live in.
sad about.
Woods, I know about.
So Representative Remian, I think it's just that there's no fiscal impact and the actual what the bill does will be explained by the member from GovOps.
Oh, perfect.
So you don't have to.
They'll say about the dissolution and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that gonna happen today?
Yes, and I think that Sorsha is going to send you the information I sent to the clerk's office.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's all of our business for now. I don't think we have any other, there's likely something about cannabis that's gonna show up at some point about current use that we'll have to look at, but I think those are all the floated, oh, and the bottle bill. We're gonna have to look at it again at some point, unfortunately. So I think that's it. And I will see everyone at some point after special tax again.